Have you ever wondered if animals cry the way humans do? It's a curious thought, especially when we see our furry or feathered companions displaying emotions in ways that tug at our heartstrings. While the short answer is that animals don't cry in the emotional way humans do, the science behind their tears reveals a lot about their fascinating biology and behavior. Let's dive into the world of animal tears and emotions to uncover the truth. Can animals physically cry? Yes, animals can physically produce tears, but these tears often serve practical rather than emotional purposes. Many animals rely on their tear ducts to keep their eyes moist and remove debris, much like humans. For instance, crocodiles shed tears due to air pushing through their sinuses, creating a tear-like effect. This phenomenon, often misunderstood as emotional crying, is entirely mechanical. Interestingly, sea turtles also shed tears while on land, which helps flush out excess salt from their bodies after being in the ocean for extended periods. Similarly, certain mammals like deer and rabbits have lacrimal glands that produce tears for eye health, yet these are devoid of any emotional significance. These biological adaptations highlight the essential role of tears in survival and well-being, even if they aren't linked to sadness or joy. Why animals don't cry like humans? For animals to cry emotional tears, they would require brain structures and eye anatomies similar to ours. The human brain's limbic system, particularly the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, is responsible for processing complex emotions like grief, joy, and empathy. While some animals possess a simplified limbic system, it doesn't grant them the ability to reflect deeply on emotional events. For example, dogs, who share about 85% of their genetic makeup with humans, have eyes that can express a range of emotions visually, but their tears remain purely functional. Scientists have observed that when dogs appear sad, it's more about their body language and vocal expressions than actual tears. Their eyes, often misinterpreted as watery from emotion, might simply be reacting to irritants or changes in lighting. This distinction between emotional and physical crying is crucial in understanding how animals experience the world differently from humans. Crying in the animal kingdom. Communication, not emotion. In the animal kingdom, crying serves as a vital tool for survival, rather than an outlet for emotions. Many species, especially young mammals and birds, use cries as an auditory signal to communicate distress or hunger. For example, baby seals emit high-pitched sounds when separated from their mothers, a behavior that increases their chances of being found. Similarly, bird chicks chirp loudly to signal hunger or danger, ensuring their parents prioritize their needs. These cries are less about expressing sadness and more about ensuring survival in the wild. In some species, like dolphins, distress calls can even take the form of complex vocalizations that travel vast distances underwater, alerting other pod members to potential threats. This reliance on sound rather than sight reflects how animals have adapted to their environments, making communication an essential part of their evolutionary success. The exception. Do elephants cry? Elephants are one of the few animals known to shed tears in response to emotional triggers, making them an extraordinary exception. These intelligent mammals have been observed weeping during moments of extreme stress, loss, or grief. A heart-wrenching example occurred in 2013 when a baby elephant named Zhuang Zhuang wept after being rejected and stomped on by its mother. Over the course of hours, the calf continued to shed tears, showing clear signs of emotional distress. Elephants are also renowned for their complex social structures and empathetic behavior, often mourning their dead by visiting and touching the remains of deceased family members. Studies have shown that elephants possess mirror neurons, which enable them to understand and empathize with the pain of others. This capacity for shared emotion places them among the most socially and emotionally advanced creatures on Earth, further emphasizing their unique connection to tears. Why do humans cry? Humans are the only species known to cry for emotional reasons, and scientists have long pondered why this ability evolved. One practical explanation is that tears help maintain eye health by keeping them lubricated and flushing out irritants. However, emotional tears are thought to serve a deeper purpose. A leading theory suggests that crying acts as a social signal, showing vulnerability and eliciting empathy from others. This could explain why crying often strengthens relationships, whether it's between friends, family members, or romantic partners. Interestingly, emotional tears contain higher levels of stress hormones like cortisol, suggesting they may also play a role in reducing emotional tension. Unlike animals, humans can cry for abstract reasons, such as moving music, a fictional story, or even memories of past events. This ability underscores the depth of human emotions and our unique capacity to reflect on life experiences in ways no other species can. The emotional power of fiction. One of the most fascinating aspects of human crying is our ability to get emotional over fictional stories. From movies to novels, our capacity for imagination allows us to connect with characters and situations that aren't real but feel deeply personal. For instance, the iconic scene in The Lion King where Simba loses his father continues to evoke tears in audiences worldwide, regardless of age. Researchers believe this reaction is tied to our brain's ability to simulate scenarios and empathize with others. This connection between fiction and emotion is unique to humans and speaks volumes about our social and creative nature. While animals like dogs can react to our emotions, comforting us when we're sad or excited, when we're happy, they lack the cognitive ability to engage with abstract or fictional ideas. This distinction highlights the profound differences between human and animal emotional experiences. Do animals cry in other ways? Although animals don't cry tears of emotion, they exhibit other behaviors that resemble crying. Dogs, for example, whimper, howl, or bark when distressed, signaling discomfort or a need for attention. Similarly, elephants emit low-frequency rumbles that can travel miles, allowing them to communicate stress or warning signals to their herd. Birds like penguins and parrots are also known to vocalize loudly when separated from their flock or mates. These sounds often have a biological function, ensuring survival rather than expressing sorrow. For instance, a lost penguin chick's cries can guide its parent back to the right location, even in large colonies. These behaviors, while practical, reflect a fascinating aspect of animal communication that parallels human crying in intent, if not in form. They remind us that every species has its unique way of expressing needs and emotions, even if it doesn't involve tears. The science behind tears. Tears are far more than just a response to emotions. They serve essential biological and protective functions for all animals. In humans, and many other species, tears act as a defense mechanism, keeping the eyes moist and washing away irritants like dust and microbes. Emotional tears, however, are uniquely human and contain stress-related chemicals that can provide a calming effect. Research has shown that crying activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping individuals feel more relaxed after shedding tears. While animals don't share this emotional release, their tears play equally critical roles in maintaining health. Sea turtles, for example, use tears to excrete excess salt, and desert rodents produce tears to keep their eyes hydrated in arid climates. These examples demonstrate how tears have evolved to meet the specific needs of different species, showcasing the incredible diversity of life on Earth. Why crying sets humans apart? Crying is a uniquely human trait that reflects our emotional depth and social complexity. It's a way of expressing vulnerability, seeking connection, and processing emotions, making it an integral part of our lives. While animals rely on vocalizations and body language to communicate, humans have developed a multi-layered system of emotional expression that includes tears. This ability has profound implications for our relationships, as crying can evoke empathy and strengthen bonds. From the joyful tears of a wedding to the heartache of saying goodbye, our tears tell stories that words cannot. At the same time, the behaviors and adaptations of animals, from the empathetic tears of elephants to the survival cries of baby birds, remind us of the deep connections shared by all living beings. Whether through tears, sounds, or gestures, the language of emotion is universal, bridging the gap between species in unexpected and beautiful ways. And that's the tearful truth about animals and humans. If you found this journey into the fascinating world of animal emotions and human uniqueness as captivating as we did, don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you learn something new? Or maybe you have a tear-jerking story of your own to share. Before you go, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more future videos.